Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Jet Managers, for your help. I was looking to make sure everything was okay. Yeah, it seemed like I started speaking too soon. I hope everyone is well. Ike Balayan, Rebecca Gilberto, Veronica Stewart, Run Unconditional Love Taro, Electra Storm. I hope everyone is okay. Let me lower the mic. You know, a couple of years ago, I saw something, a tweet this morning, and I saw an article about it earlier this week, probably Monday. And they were talking, or last week, the end of last week, I believe I saw it, where they were talking about people who were deleted from the voter rolls, and Yonkin, basically, his administration in Virginia did it. Hi, Maxine Nadu, sir. And that's basically, and we don't know what else he's doing to suppress the vote. You know, when this guy became governor, I didn't see him. In fact, I predicted he wasn't going to win. That's one of the times that I was wrong, and I could not understand why I was wrong. I knew something happened. And when I saw that his people, whatever it is they are doing in order for him or to fix the election in Virginia, it feels like to me intuitively, I don't know all the ins and outs, but the minute I read the article, or at least while I was browsing through it, it reminded me of what these people are doing to win elections. And at the time, when you are wrong, although you know something went wrong, because the energy of the people were with him, yes, there were a lot of challenges thrown in front of people who went out to vote, all kinds of shenanigans. And when I read this, it confirmed to me that I was right at the time. I don't remember ever giving any reason why I was wrong. I just said, you know what, I messed up. I don't remember. I knew the energy of the people was with the other candidate. But this proves to me this is what this guy and the Republican Party over there have been doing, and they're going to continue to do it. And then next, if Democrats don't stand up and shine the light on them. And the other thing is Leonard Leo. There's a major article about him on ProPublica this morning. If you guys want, I will post the link to it. I have it on, that's one of my tabs, but I didn't have a chance to read it. I just quickly, a couple of paragraphs, that's all I could do. But it says, we don't talk about Leonard, the man behind the right's Supreme Court supermajority. That's the title of the article. And they were talking how they wanted to interview him. And he had two preconditions: do not discuss his finance, nor his interaction with the Supreme Court. Intuitively, I said a while back, this guy is going to have some issues. After I saw that article, I would not be surprised. Everything they can, just like they're trying to shoot Trump in. In fact, there is another article, but I didn't have a chance to read it. They nominated Don Jr. as board member and all that kind of stuff. There is a lot going on behind the scenes that we are yet to find out. The way these people are going about manipulating our government to change it right under our nose, if we even nod, if we fall asleep. So, but I feel a lot is coming out. We are getting informed, and we will win, but it's going to take a lot of effort. In any event, That's I wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. I'm sorry, I was reading the article, I just went on to that. I have a couple of slots open for later today. If anyone would like to a reading from me, please feel free to call me on my YouTube number or or text me if you want one for tomorrow as well, because you can't schedule for 24 hours. That's the way the system works. So feel free to call me or text me. No problem at all. I have slots open today and I have slots for tomorrow. Hi, artist. But I feel Leo is going to have some issues. The next reference is people are saying, well, I mean, I understand and I agree with the fear of the war in the Middle East things getting worse, the war spreading. Oh, do you guys remember I said yesterday that Hamas was getting nervous in the Gaza Strip? And after we were done, I think it was yesterday afternoon, probably somewhere around 4 or 5 o'clock, I read somewhere that they were saying they were ready to hold talks with Israel. I mean, I hope something is done, meaning some kind of discussion has to start within Israel, but I don't feel Hamas is the right people to represent the people of Palestine, but it's not up to me. But the reason why I'm bringing that up, that's what I feel intuitively. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying this. But I feel like saying, thank you, artist. There is a lot going on behind the scenes. I don't see a wider war. Lloyd Austin did an amazing job placing that aircraft carrier where he puts it. That got a lot of people's attention. And I told you about the fear among the Hamas people. That's going to continue. They are looking for a way out. And also there's a lot of pressure. I'm sure I said that the other day, but I believe I saw it. CNN was talking about it this morning. There's a lot of communications, and also we are trying to get, Palestinians out, Palestinian Americans and regular Palestinian, I believe, out of the area. But that's not all we are doing. We are doing a lot to prevent a wider war, and I feel Biden will succeed, despite Republicans' roadblocks. These people are so desperate. If you were to see them on Twitter has become a sewer, but I go on there because you can get some news from other places. Don't get into discussions with anybody because it doesn't go anywhere. Well, there are a lot of bots and people that are placed on Twitter just to spread misinformation and lie. And Trump has a whole bunch of them, just to give you an example. But I go on there and I am seeing how Republicans, how they are doing everything they can. And if something like this was to happen in this country, to open the door for them to win in 2024, they would not mind. And the reason why I'm saying this, Comer, okay, right now he just opened a brand new investigation. I think it's going to fail. There is nothing. He's going to, because it seems, I mean, a lot of presidents, they have the right to conduct international, according to what I hear, I'm not an expert, talk. That's why he's president. And a lot of them keep it, that's the way Biden is. He keeps it, they keep it under wrap, have discussions, negotiation, and if things look good, they move forward, and then they put it out to in the news. But the reason why I'm saying this is because Comer now is using that. I'm sure Biden is having a lot of conversation in the Middle East. So now he's investigating. But as I was focusing on his article and getting, not article, his tweet and how he feels, these people, they would not mind something bad to happen in this country for them to try to cash in, to have a leg up. Paint Biden in a bad light so they can take over. But I feel they're going to fail. They can't even nominate someone to be speaker. Everything else they do will fail because, like I've always said, it's all based on lies, and it's all a figment of their imagination. But Republicans today, a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them, like Comer, they don't care about the country. When I was focusing on him, reading the tweet that he sent out, this guy doesn't care. And neither does the people around him. All they want is to win in 2024, and it's all from people like Leonard Leo who are pulling the strings. But as I am saying this, I'm getting a picture of something caving in, like a house caving in. That's what's gonna happen. That will be the outcome of anything and everything that they do. The next reference is I was talking about the wider war in the Middle East. I believe I finished with that. I feel Biden will succeed. All the Republicans are throwing challenges, but they won't work. I feel Biden, because a lot of people respect him and they know him for a very long time, because I'm being shown a lady that was talking, that did a little blurb on Biden, I believe it was on CNN this morning. And she was talking about the history, how long Biden has been going to the Middle East, the people he's known for a very long time. They know what he stands for. Unlike Netanyahu, who wanted to follow Trump and find himself in a snake pit. And like I told you, the minute this thing started, it was distraction. The Israelis, they don't want to remove him right now, but I feel they will. And he's going to face the consequences, just like Trump, of his actions. But because people trust, it's not only people in Israel, people and Palestinians who've known Biden for a long time, and the European people from Europe and even in Africa, I feel Biden will succeed. He will be able to keep tempers down, keep it from flaring and things from getting worse. If I take a second, I'm looking to see if I see something, like I just told you, I see something crumbling, caving. I'm not getting anything like that. So Biden is going to find, regardless of roadblocks Republicans throw in front of him, and the challenge is that we don't have a speaker right now. Republicans are behind the scenes doing what Republicans do, fighting among themselves. There is a woman, Hegeman, her name is, she replaced Liz Cheney. These people are, I think she thought she was going to Mardi Gras in New Orleans this morning. She was walking around the house, so she was, on her way to the meeting, she was carrying a lasso with her. And Mace, Nancy Mace, I believe her name is. I think she's from South Carolina. She went in yesterday wearing a white shirt with the letter red, written in red with the letter A in front of it. She called it the Scarlet Letter. These people, I'm not quite sure what they think they are doing, but I feel I would be surprised if we have a speaker by the end of this week, but sometimes next week for sure. And yes, Republicans are not going to look good. Absolutely not. Doing what they are doing, and they are looking like failures in the eyes of Americans. So let's see what happens. But Biden will definitely, because Biden is looking serious. They are looking like a bunch of people who want to go to Carnival. That's what it feels like to me. PM EDT says, I will not ever forget how Netanyahu treated former President Obama. Yeah, you're not the only one. Me too. I used to think he was a great guy. After, he just basically joined the Trump bandwagon. He's racist. I'm sorry. Netanyahu is a bigot. Well, I don't know if it, but he's racist. Yeah, he thought Obama was going to fail, and he believed in that lie that the Republicans were spreading, that Obama was a Muslim. Yeah, but he's looking foolish right now, and he's going to have to face the legal challenges he has coming, just like Trump, since he wanted to be like Trump. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. Veronica Stewart says, people have been fighting over Gaza for 3,000 years. Oh my God, that long? I didn't think, I knew it was 8,000 years or so, but I didn't know it was 3,000. But 45 can fix it. Yeah, I know, in 24 hours, maybe he's the Messiah. He thinks he is, Oh God. But it's all catching up with him. This is going to be fun to watch. Okay. Yes, we're talking about Trump. That's the next topic. Trump and his family, that's why I thought I would put him there, are feeling like, with all the noise that they are making, they don't feel they are gaining much ground. And he was hoping, if you guys remember in 2016, when he used to go places, he used, if I'm not mistaken, he instructed his pilots to fly low over the crowd. There used to be large crowd. He can't do that anymore. And I did predict a long time ago that his crowd would thin out. This weekend, they showed him in an enclosed space. I'm not sure if it was an auditorium or something. That thing was not even crowded. So the Trumps, because it's not only the father, that's who we see that's the front guy, but they are all in it. And it's been that way since he was president. He's a control freak. He wants to be in charge of everyone and everything, so he controls all of them. But it's all of them. They are getting very discouraged these days, not only because, and to a degree when I focus on them, that's what I'm getting. And I've been watching their behavior on Twitter. They're getting more desperate. These days, they just go outright lie, just like Republicans are doing. They are, just like what's his name did this morning, DeSantis went, I don't remember, somebody was interviewing him and they asked him a question, what would he do different? And immediately he started blaming Biden and saying Biden was falling asleep all weekend, or a whole bunch of lies. So Republicans right now, since they have nothing else to do, they are lying, outright lying. And if you see the Trumps, they are doing the same thing as well. It's because when I focus on them, they were hoping by this time the adulation that their father used to get in 2016 and is no longer there. So it's creating a major problem, depression, for specifically Trump, the father. So not only he has all those trials to attend to, he doesn't feel things are going his way. New York State, there's no way he can get out of it. They remove his name from Forbes 400 richest people. He's not happy, according to an article, and we are not surprised. He hasn't seen anything yet. This is going to get worse for Trump and his family. And by the time New York is done with him, I have not, they're going to have difficulties. If this guy went to nomination, if that happens before March, which I think it will be, Republicans may have to find a new front runner. Because the way I am getting this, the depression is going to get so bad for Trump, because right now he still has hope that the 1% of the 1%, the Leonard Leos and above, who want to just put him there. So because he has the ingredients of a dictator, and he's stupid enough not to understand, to just do dumb things and get himself into trouble, and people around him into trouble. So they want him in there. But it feels like to me, I said that because that's what the 1% see in him. But it feels like to me, they have it in DeSantis as well. There is going to be a time, and I'm sure we're going to hear about it on the press. It's going to be a fight to get him to go out and campaign. And the reason why that's going to happen, his goal was to run for president. Hopefully he can win. Basically do away with all those investigations. None of that is happening. He's trying to push Jim Jordan to get the speakership. To be honest with you guys, that's not going to happen. My prediction. Jim Jordan, if he were to get close, if he were to become speaker, it won't last. That's how bad this thing is would get, and a lot of Republicans realize that too. But Trump has all those losing propositions in front of him, all those activities he thought were going to keep him out of prison. All of them failing. It's going to be like pulling teeth to get him out to go campaign, because he's going to be that depressed. That's how bad. When I say depressed, lack of motivation, his mind. If you see him these days, when he gives those speeches, there are some, I don't watch them, but I see them, some of them on Twitter. Some of the things that he does, it's going to get worse. Whenever he goes out, whenever they finally get him to go out, when the depression set in and jail is right around the corner for him, Trump is going to, there are other challenges coming around that we're going to see unfold with Trump refusing to go out and campaign. And also, I'm sure some of you have seen it in Georgia. Some senators are trying to throw roadblocks. I don't know if it's you guys. I'm going to answer it. Hi, this is Milu. Hi, please call me back later. Bye. Please call me back later. Bye. It seems like it's one of you. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite. That's one. Some people somebody who's watching. Okay, sorry. Yes. I lost track of what I was saying. I thought somebody was having an issue with this. 1 second. Yeah, I don't feel this is going to end, well, the whole Trump presidency thing. The people around him are going to have major challenges with him, and he's not going to want to go out and do what he's supposed to do. And the Republicans may have to change the way they do things right now or choose somebody else. It's going to get that bad. But Trump is in when he watches, right now he's looking at everything he has in front of him. It's getting pretty bad for him. And to really when I focus on him, that's what I am getting. And I don't remember exactly if I lost track of what I was saying because I thought something was wrong here. Okay. Jules C says, hopefully Jim Jordan won't be speaker. That's what I said, Jules C. He won't be. I said, in case he were to make it, it won't last. Electrostorm is saying Santos going to jail. Santos, I know that he has 21 more charges against him filed this morning. And he's saying, he's denying that he ever did anything wrong. He's pleading innocent to everything. And I'm going to repeat what I said. As I'm saying this, I'm seeing him with bars in front of him. It's a matter of when it happens. Yes, Santos is going to jail. No doubt about it. Okay. Veronica Stewart says, if I were indicted on not even felony counts, I'd be depressed too. Yeah. Well, it's not only the felonies that potential for him to go to prison. His whole empire. Like I said that, I believe it was yesterday. New York State is about to dismantle the whole thing. And the reason why I believe I mentioned it yesterday was because I read an article that Letitia James, she'll poke a hole in that balloon, poof goes Mar-a-Lago. The banks and everything else like that, from what I understand, they can seize it depending, Trump has a whole bunch of LLCs and they own different, I don't know how that works, so you guys are probably know better than I do, the LLCs, So they don't know the one that he put Mar-a-Lago under, if it's registered in New York or however that works. But one of those LLCs, if New York has control over the license or something like that, Mar-a-Lago will be open to be auctioned off, and I'll put my bed in. So expect me to be moving, people. I'm going to be moving to Ocean Avenue. I don't remember the address, but I believe that's the name. I'm going to put my bed on it for 2 cents. That's my starting bed. But don't be surprised. Like I told you, he's going to be sitting on that cheap beach chair. Oh, thank you very much, Kimberly Bryan. I appreciate it. I knew I was saying something, and I was so focused on hoping nothing was wrong here. Yes, the people in Georgia, they are trying to, some senators went and filed some kind of complaint against that, to that new body that they have that can go and fire the prosecutors. I think that's going to fail. That's why I mentioned that, because I know some of you probably saw the article and be concerned about it, but I was so focused. The Trump, whenever Trump comes to mind, I keep seeing pictures, his kids, everybody. You know what I mean? So it's very easy for me. And then that wasn't part of my schedule stuff, so I forgot about it. But yes, thank you for reminding me. Fani Willis is going to be fine. And there is nothing those senators in Georgia can do to prevent Trump from facing prison. So good luck to them. If anything, they may find themselves at the wrong end of the law. Watch. That's my prediction. Okay. Thank you for posting that. And friends, every once in a while, things like that can happen because, you know, you can see what's going on. I can't. I have my little screen here, but I'm focusing on you, so I may miss something. So please, you know, if I get distracted like that, because I'm very concerned about what the stream is like, if technically, because I can't see. So when somebody calls, I'm like, oh boy, something is wrong, and everything goes out of my mind. So it just remind me of where I was if I don't go back to where I was, because I don't try to make a mental note because I so worry. Okay. Veronica Stewart says, I heard that 45 already moved money before the sentence. Is it true? No, it's not true. Trump cannot leave this country. He can't move money. He can't do anything. Trump is not like you and I. The only thing he can do that if you and I were to do, we would have been in prison already, is yapping. If we were in his shoes, we would have been in prison. But Trump is not enjoying anything else. Moving money and thinking he's going to pull the rug from under New York State. Are you kidding? No. From what I understand, although there is a stay, he appealed the judgment against him about his businesses and license and stuff like that. So he won a stay on that, but that's it. Trump has no more, I don't believe he can manage his business the way he used to anymore because of New York State. So the stay was to prevent them or not to move forward from selling and all kinds of stuff. Some of you probably know better than I do. I don't remember exactly what in the article that I read, but Trump can't move money, my friend. No. If he were, I mean, because he comes to mind quite often because I watch. What concerns me with Trump, and that's why he always comes to mind, is because his interaction with the people who are using him, like Leonard Leo, they think they are a lot smarter than the rest of us. And they think we have to be their little minions, you know, their serfs, if you will. Okay? We are supposed to be, they are entitled. You know, we are nobody, the little people. So, and I'm very concerned as well about, because I'm affected. I don't own a home. And I'm seeing the way rent is going up and all that kind of stuff. And I know what these people are doing. I can't prove it. What do I, you know, I can make predictions for you guys, but that's about it. I have no power. So I am paying attention to all these things. That's why I pay attention to Trump's interaction with these people, what they are up to, you know. So, but Trump can't do anything. But they are using him, and if they can put him in the White House just so that they can have their way, have him do, behave like Papa Doc and Putin, yeah. And this guy still doesn't get it. The other day he said the people he admires the most, Putin, Xi, and Kim Jong-un. Imagine that. But I think we're going to get to watch his demise behind bars. Yeah. We will get to watch him. He won't get to turn us into their slaves and whatever else they think they can do. And you know something, as I'm saying this, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't think it's a war. there is going to be a movement in this country in the not too distant future. You see all those multi-billionaires with oversized influence that are pulling, like the Leonard Leo, the using one another to get their way in this country. I think my prediction is something bad is going to happen. And people are going to revolt. And our government is going to have to do something about those type of people like Elon Musk, with Bezos, all these people. Something is going to happen. I don't know if they're going to uncover something they did, or the Leonard Leo and our Supreme Court, the activities are too much. People are going to turn on them. Mark my word. They think they are in control. Big mistake. I've never gotten this before. So if it came out a little out of this world, sorry. But something nasty will fall upon those people if they don't change course. They continue to do, trying to manipulate the government in order for us to manipulate us. All we become so busy. Things are so expensive. We got to eat every day. We got to keep a roof over our head, and the scheming to make as much money. Everything, basically, the wealth, the amount of money they are accumulating, and we have nothing. But that's not really the only thing that's going to trigger. I don't want to say revolution because I don't think. I guess they can call it that. But there is something bad that's coming for the ultra wealthy who are doing underhanded things. They're going to find their hands caught in the gears of justice, among other things. Watch. That's my prediction. Okay. Andrea McDonald says Jared's trip to Saudi Arabia was not a one-way deal. No, we know about the $2 billion Jared got, but where is Trump's payment or his work for Russia, Saudi Arabia, and his Swiss account? No, well, I mean, these people, they have money all over the place. But I think if you're referring to the question I answered, Trump cannot move money in this country outside and just bring it out. No, he can bring in. The government is not going to object to that. He's going to have to pay taxes on it. But the other way out, no. Sacred Hag says, Andre from Astrology Alert says it's basically slavery. It's modern day slavery keeping us poor. Yes, I've said that a couple of times. I didn't know Andre said that because I haven't watched. Lately, I've been so busy focusing on making money. Really, I'm going to be honest with this channel because of, as you guys know, that's why I explained to you guys what's going on YouTube, so you don't have to take my word for it. You can go, in the search box, like I told you, if you do a search for, give me 1 second, I got to remember, invalid traffic, because I was focusing on other things. I had to put my technical hat on. Invalid traffic, that's why I told you what it was, so that you don't think I'm just complaining here. So my focus has been on how to keep my head above water so that YouTube doesn't basically drown me. So I've been distracted. I've been busy with that, and also what else I can do to bring in more people and bringing more money to myself, because I got to pay for this. My retirement can't do this alone. In any event, I haven't had a chance to watch. I usually don't watch other people's channel because I don't want to repeat what other people say, because believe it or not, subconsciously you may. so I don't. But I used to watch, when I had time, I like Andre's channel because I learned from it, because I learned astrology on my own. And at the event, I spoke about that, but I felt slavery is such a strong term, but that's basically how they view us. I didn't use it. I was struggling to find a word. I didn't want to say slaves. But basically, that's what they want. That's how they view us, their arrogance. You know? But I don't know what's coming. I'm not quite sure what's going to trigger it. There is going to be a movement in this country against these people. And it may have to do with some of the things that are going to be uncovered. From Leonard Leo's activities and the Koch brothers, all these people. I'm not sure. But they're going to, if they continue in that same direction, stuff is going to happen. You guys know what I mean. I'm not going to say the word. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. Electra Stum says, I want to see Trump in his banana shorts and torn t-shirt sitting on a broken beach chair with flies all over him. Oh my God, yeah. Oh yes, that what's coming for this guy. I'm telling you, him and his family right now, they are very, very concerned. And if you were to see them, well, maybe, I don't know if it's me, I don't know how many of you are on Twitter. There is a degradation that has taken place. The way they used to, some of the topics they used to talk about before and now, there's a big difference. Okay? Now they just go outright and lie, just like that guy. There are a couple of them on Twitter. Now they're trying to say we have, oh God, they're trying to convince people now. I mean, yes, I'm sure we have people who want to be terrorists. Okay, but I don't want to touch that subject because it's a very sensitive subject. But I'm just mentioning that because there are a couple of, I'm not going to mention those guys' name. I'm not going to, although my platform is tiny, but I don't want to give him even one person to go and click on their name on Twitter. The thing is, now for the past few days since the terrorist attack, in Israel, they've been trying to convince people that we have Biden let terrorists into this country because of the southern border, and they start lying, trying to create and format all kinds of stuff on Twitter, and it's all lies. And you can see, compare like the Trump, Don Jr., Eric, and those conservative people. It's really funny. You can see it's not the same anymore. That's how I know something is wrong. And even Marjorie Taylor Greene, there are changes on her approach as well. And I don't mean she's less aggressive. She still goes out and lies and says stupid things, But it feels like to me, and also what happened to McCarthy, she's very unhappy because that was the one of the very few people who'd be crazy and stupid enough to give these people the ability, we give the power. I think I didn't want to use power, but the power to do some of the stuff that they did, and they ate him while at it. That's what Trump will do to them if he were to become president of this country again. Oh yeah, these people would find themselves indicted. But once you challenge him, or you don't have to do anything. He perceives you as challenging him in any way, shape, or form. You would be under indictment for something. That's Trump. And I believe I've said that before as well. So all those people who think they are helping Trump, they would be on his good side, they would make a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of influence. Good luck. if he were to become president. That's not going to happen. In any event, I think this is it, friends. Let me look. Adi says, what is a sign that we can look for that shows Trump's fall is imminent? When you see him not going out going out as often for rallies, and I feel his speeches will continue to deteriorate. It will be a lot of complaining and mid-sentence he would change. Let's say, for example, he's complaining about topic A, and right in the middle of it, okay, he starts talking about people after him to send him to jail. So those type of things. There is going to be a deterioration on the way he presents. He talks about, whatever it is he wants to talk about. It's not going to make sense anymore once you start seeing that, I feel. Yeah. But right now, that entire family, it's worse now. They're not saying anything. Just like, remember, guys, I told you when the last days or months in the Trump White House, I told you not to worry about it. It's all a facade. To find out, the last day, they were all crying at the tarmac at that Air Force base. I don't remember the name of it. And the same thing is happening now. It's a facade. They are crumbling. They are terrified because the spigot on the money is about to be turned off. Not good. So there's a lot of concern. And people around Trump have told him, if Jack Smith succeeds in presenting the cases, that's why that if he goes to trial, it's a problem. That's why you see Republicans are doing everything they can in Georgia and at the federal level to stop Jack Smith. Thank you very much, L522, Andrew Air Force Base. You were crying. Daddy can't stay president. We gotta go home. Yeah. But anyway, hang in there, friends. It's gonna be okay. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Like I said earlier, I have some slots open for this afternoon, or if you want to make an appointment for tomorrow, that's fine too. If you feel like going online and do it, that's okay too. psychicmilu.com. Please, if you like the channel, subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I would appreciate it. Hi, Maxine Nadu, sir. Hi, okay, everyone. Thank you. I will see you all tomorrow unless something major happens later, but I doubt it. Till then, bye.